What is coffee? Some say it's just a drink, but we know better. Coffee is a hug in a cup. Comfort, connection, and creativity brewed together. It begins as a seed, grows into a plant, and somehow ends up holding our mornings together, our afternoons in balance, and our evenings in warmth. This is the story of coffee. Every story starts small. A tiny sprout pushing through the soil, fragile yet determined. This little plant already carries a promise, the promise of aroma, energy, and warmth. With time and care, the sprout transforms into branches heavy with cherries, bright red jewels holding the beans inside. This is where coffee's journey truly begins, long before it ever reaches a cup. Before machines, there was patience. Beans were crushed by hand, one turn at a time, their aroma filling the air. Grinding coffee wasn't just preparation, it was ritual. Some grinders still sit on kitchen benches today, always ready, always near. A drawer full of fresh grounds, waiting for the water to bring them to life. Not every brew needs technology. Sometimes all it takes is a cloth filter, hot water, and a little time. Simple, humble, full of flavor, proof that less is often more. And then there's espresso, quick, bold, and intense. A burst of flavor, a kiss of energy gone in a sip, but remembered for hours. Coffee doesn't always come from machines. With just powder, sugar, and patience, it can be whipped by hand into a creamy delight. A reminder that sometimes the simplest tools and a little effort create the most comforting moments. Other coffees invite us to slow down. A French-style cup resting beside a book asks nothing more than for us to take our time. In Italy, the moka pot is queen. Strong, simple, full of tradition, and often shared with milk, conversation, and laughter. And sometimes we add a twist. A sprinkle of cinnamon, turning coffee into comfort with a hint of spice. Across cultures, coffee changes, but the heart stays the same. Turkish coffee, thick, rich, and brewed in copper, carries centuries of heritage in every sip. And of course, coffee moves with us too. A cappuccino to go, warm in your hands, a little pause in the middle of a busy day. No excuses, no waiting. Coffee comes along for the ride. Coffee doesn't only sit in a cup. Here it hides in apple jam, sweetening mornings in playful, unexpected ways. Sometimes coffee finds a simple friend, a cookie waiting to be dunked. A little bite, a little sip, a little joy. Other times, coffee skips the brew entirely. Dipped in chocolate, beans turn into crunchy little bursts of indulgence. In Brazil, sweetness meets tradition. These brigadeiros are made with coffee itself, rich, fudgy, and crowned with a bean on top. A treat that blends childhood nostalgia with the grown-up depth of coffee. Coffee also knows how to cool down. On a summer's day, it meets ice cream. Creamy, chilled, playful. Sweet refreshment with a bold kick, proving coffee is perfect in every season. And for the dreamers, coffee becomes poetry. A drizzle of honey, the perfume of rose, the spice of cardamom. Proof that coffee can always surprise us with new flavors. Coffee doesn't stop at drinking. Mixed with sugar, it becomes a scrub, softening skin, leaving behind the gentle scent of roasted beans. It can even glow. Poured into wax with whole beans, coffee becomes a candle, filling the room with its warmth and aroma. Even leftovers give. With cinnamon and vanilla, old beans simmer on the stove, perfuming the house with comfort. Coffee finds a way to live with us in every corner. And when all is done, coffee returns to the earth. Grounds feed the garden, giving life back to the soil. From bean to bloom, from bloom to bean, a cycle of care that never ends. Coffee also knows how to celebrate. In a glass, it turns into liqueur, rich, smooth, warming cold evenings with a little toast. And sometimes it is simply this: a mug, a sweater, a crackling fire. Coffee, not as energy, not as ritual, but as pure comfort. Coffee is never just coffee. It's a plant, a craft, a ritual, a celebration. It's found in kitchens, cafes, gardens, and hearts all over the world. Sometimes bold, sometimes sweet, sometimes playful. Always a hug in a cup. So the next time you sip, pause for a moment. Because inside that cup is an entire journey. If you enjoyed this journey through the world of coffee, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment sharing your favorite way to enjoy coffee. Every sip tells a story, and we'd love to hear yours.